HD. This is 13 Eyewitness News at 6.
There are some big changes coming to the Port of Houston, and we had a taste of that today. Take a look at this massive cargo ship. It's the MSC Charleston from Liberia. Normally, the Port of Houston works with ships carrying about 5,000 tractor-trailer loads. This one can carry 8,500 loads. Ships of that size could soon become more common thanks to changes being made at the Panama Canal. Eyewitness News reporter Tom Abrams traveled to Panama and has more on the relationship between the canal and the Port of Houston.
It seems there are as many new buildings under construction here in Panama as there are those already built. On every block in the capital of Panama City, one skyscraper after another is climbing its way skyward on the edge of the Pacific Ocean. But the biggest construction project in this country is not one that you'll find dotting the skyline in downtown Panama City. Instead, it's about an hour from here at an expansion site in the Panama Canal. And that expansion is why the Greater Houston Partnership is leading a delegation of business and political leaders here this week. The expansion, which would allow for much larger cargo ships to pass through the canal northward to the United States, means big money for whichever port cities can make the most of it.
Every port in the Gulf, every port in both the East and West Coast is looking at how can we take advantage of the expansion of the Panama Canal.
Vince Ryan is Harris County attorney. He was also a member of the Panama Canal Commission when the United States handed over control of the canal to the Panamanians more than a decade ago.
I think if we take full advantage of it, we're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars of trade flowing through Houston that conceivably go all the way through the middle of America.
And today the Port of Houston is re-signing a memorandum of understanding with the Canal Authority, emphasizing the desire to mutually benefit from the expansion. Houston could become a primary redistribution point for canal traffic.
Houston is positioned in an area that has the potential of 100 million consumers to the north between the Appalachians and the Rockies.
Juan Sosa is the former Panamanian ambassador to the United States. He now lives in Houston and would love to see the region take advantage of this opportunity.
Houston has a historic relationship with Panama.
In 1904, when President Teddy Roosevelt signed the documents that authorized the canal, the only other item on the legislation created the Port of Houston. 10 years later, both the canal and the port saw their first ships, and now a century later, together, they could reach new heights of economic prosperity. In Panama City, Panama, Tom Abrams, 13 Eyewitness News.